What is going on, guys? Samuel World Samuel Views here, back with another Tom Test with guys. It's gonna be another TV related video as today. Personally, I am here to discuss the 10 shows I've seen, in my opinion, the ones that I've seen, that probably should have gotten more seasons. Like, how many watch a show that you're actually really enjoying and you're loving, but then it ends unfortunately getting cancelled or not really as much screen time as it probably should be, honestly? Yeah, we definitely have those shows, and definitely some cases, and definitely the choices here they might not expect, trust me, but it's a shows that I liked or enjoyed. I feel like they really should have gotten more seasons or more love, honestly, to be honest, because all these shows are actually pretty good, honestly. So I mean, it's just the 10 shows that personally should have gotten more than seasons. Like, there's some shows might have like a few one, two, or a few seasons, but they end up like getting canceled when some either have a good finale or they had interesting more stories to tell. So, I mean, it happens. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this list. It's just shows that I feel personally should have more seasons, and I would love to know what other TV shows that I didn't mention that you think shouldn't have more seasons. Again, I have not seen every TV show out there, so stuff like Firefly will be on the list, obviously. So, and not beyond the bush, let's get started with the video. The first show I will be talking about is Kevin Probably Saves the World. Now, when I first heard this concept, I was like, this is a show I feel like I'm going to love, and well, it was actually pretty rare on season. One of those things that just kind of better for me than what I thought, honestly. It's basically about this guy who basically, we're 2 months in the movie with Tristan Amy, who's played by John Garcia, who most of you know from the show Reba. Counting a celestial being named Event, he claims that God tasked Kevin with saving the world, and basically he's the only one can really see and hear around him, and where he must perform like good deeds and also become a better person, and also has a very interesting mystery and all that. Again, that is a very good concept, and Jason Reyes does a great job playing Kevin. All the other characters are actually pretty interesting and compelling, not to feel like very stereotypical. All of them actually feel natural and actually pretty real, despite, what's going on. I love the Yvette. Like, Yvette's still the show for me, and I loved her interactions with Kevin for the show, and Kevin's pretty great group, honestly. It's just unfortunately this show on ABC only lasted one season, because, again, it's still a good concept. I wish it could have gotten explored more. Well, honestly, like, it's still that has a lot of compelling stuff. It's funny, hilarious, but it's really good, dramatic, and pretty touching at times. It definitely is a perfect season, but it's one I would love to see what they can do next. You still only one season, that's pretty unfortunate. The second show I will be discussing here is Santa Clarita Diet. And you guys know about this show, and unfortunately I realized I'll never get around to be season 3, but it was what it is. But I knew the show was going to be great from once the first episode, and it's a show I ain't coming back to a lot. It's a show that is all around pretty interesting. It's a show about Netflix. You got Drew Barrymore and Kevin Oliphant, and we're basically Drew Barrymore's character basically becomes a zombie, and then, well, I basically found a lot of different shenanigans in which basically you can find trying to live life as a zombie, and a lot of shenanigans that the family has suffered through, a lot of different characters, a lot of different situations they end up getting into because of Drew Barrymore's character being a zombie. And it leads to some great shenanigans. This is a show that definitely designed to be this show is not going to be for everybody, that's for sure. It's not a show that everybody's going to enjoy. But the show that we just want some fun humor, some interesting, likable characters, great performances. Drew Barrymore gets the best performance in years in the show. And Tim Burton's also great as well. And he gets to play the daughter and get to play the neighbor Eric was also pretty good, and get a lot of great people here as well. There's also one show that has a talking head that was hilarious as well. I mean, the third season's on to the best one, and left on a great cliffhanger, which good result on. So it's basically, I'm not going to reveal what happens on. So you can show it yourself, but it's one point where I'm like, man, I gotta see the aftermath of everything, because but fortunately they really marketed the season very well. Unfortunately, it got canceled, and I really hope we get another season at some point, because this is one show that really just have at least like a few more seasons, and it would be interesting, a lot more interest that they could have done on. So that's how great this show is, and also it's probably one of those hilarious shows I've seen in a while. It's just a show. It's not for everybody, but it's a show that really it really is true pure entertainment. Now at number 3, we have Victorious. This is actually the reason why I ended up making this list, because I ended up watching this show. I was like, oh man, I wish the show got like a main woman season doing all I had is that part finale. I was like, maybe we should do less on shows that should have more seasons. Yeah, the story says, actually the show actually at least 10 years. You guys know this was a show that started Victoria Justice, before that was in Zoe 101. She was definitely a big name on Nickelodeon. She was like a big, popular name in the Nickelodeon scene. Fortunately, she had, the only reason she's been was on the Kids' Choice Awards, honestly. I haven't really seen them do much, honestly, lately. And it's like, I used to love Victoria Justice. In fact, she was probably my first celebrity crush, honestly, to be honest. I mean, see how beautiful she is, and she still is. But basically around her character Victoria, she enters the Woman on Stool, where she meets other different characters, and for me, I've always loved Victoria, and to this day, 10 years later, I still enjoy the show, and I would say it's one of my favorite Nickelodeon shows, honestly. I watched the show so many times when it aired, and I even love the music, honestly. It's not every music is hit or miss, not every music is hit, honestly, but music really just hits, and she had the Tori might be the kid, and she put in a way she's kind of like honestly, but I still enjoy her. But a lot of the characters are really standing out. Some of my favorite characters I've seen in any Nickelodeon show ever. It's fortunate that the shows really haven't been the best since then. But the show I always loved, but unfortunately due to some circumstances, it ended up not getting a proper finale. I think Victoria really didn't have a proper finale. The final episode they shared was them saying yes to everything. It just felt like a normal episode. I really wish they could see like more shenanigans with these people. I mean, what you can do is say you can and all, but at the same time, I just wish we could see like more of these people. Like, I didn't image having like a big proper finale. And even Sam can get canceled as well, though. But Victoria's really like great show that really shouldn't have been. It really should have got a better ending. That should have got a better finale. Like, we had like one more couple seasons to basically show more shenanigans, kind of do more situation. Like, there actually a few plotlines that I wish they actually could have done. I remember when we thought of a few plotlines I think they should have done in the show, honestly. I think that there is some point, but all in all, I love the show, and I wish it had been. I really wish it had at least like 1-2 more seasons, and again a proper finale. Now the fourth show we're discussing is The Grinder. Now going to the show, wasn't expecting much on it. I wasn't even planning on watching it, honestly, but I remember it was getting great praise, so I remember I decided to watch it, and man, this show is actually fantastic. It's basically about this guy played by Rob Lowe, who is a television actor who after being as long as The Grinder ends, which is a show about involving lawyers and all that, and basically must learn to basically things had experience that make it on television, and shows a lot of times he has his brother played by Fred Savage, and honestly, and he's trying to become a real lawyer than like a television lawyer. This show ends on Fox in like 2015, 2016 actually, and this show should have been a huge success. It really should have been a huge success because this show's fantastic. It's definitely one of the best shows that Fox has ever done, honestly. I mean, Fox shows are always very hit or miss. Like, a lot of shows Fox, Fox, CBS, and MC, and especially W, are all very hit or miss for me. Like, some can be great, and then some can be not so great. I think I might do listen to those at some point. But this is definitely one of the best. This is definitely one of the best. It has interesting characters, fantastic performances. The banter all between Robbo and Fred Savage was fantastic, whether it be in the funny sense or even dramatic sense. And seeing like Robbo trying to become lawyer is actually pretty compelling stuff, actually. It's just unfortunately, again, it only lasted one season. Unfortunately, got canceled due to low ratings. Like, it's basically like shows that really aren't the greatest give great ratings. Yeah, when the show that actually is amazing, it ends up getting low ratings. See, it's just when that happens. But this show really shouldn't have gotten like more than one season. Like, it really should. And now at number 5, we get to another Fox. In another show that is Grandfathered. Like, I always thought there were two regions. Yeah, John Stamos, this was kind of his return to the sitcom scene and all that. And Josh Peck, and you guys know he was played Josh and Josh. I was like, oh, Josh Peck, he's finally doing something at least. And this I believe around, also, I think that's like around the same time as The Grinder, honestly. And Josh Stamos and Josh Peck, the only reason I was interested, honestly. And ended up being a pretty great show, actually. And we just in one hand, we managed to see Josh and Drake Bell in the scene together. Like, oh my god. That moment is one of my favorite scenes in a sitcom. Like, that just made me smile so much. And you guys know I'm a big fan of Drake Josh. I mean, I forget the episode rankings all the season. It didn't over our best episode list. I mean, oh. But yeah, Grand Honored is definitely a good show. I mean, a show that really has gotten unlike the Grander, it has really gotten the best reception. But it's a show that I think has a lot of heart, and the show that I think for me has a lot of potential. First off, John Stamos, he's an amazing actor. The guy really shows charisma, and he pretty much nails that here. And he basically defines the show as basically John Stamos' character, who's a womanizer character, finds out that he has a son, but also a granddaughter. Yeah, that's kind of it. But it does contain a lot of real stuff. Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. It had a lot of stuff. I don't know if I'm calling it one of Fox's best shows, but it's a show that really should have been a lot. Show that really could have had a lot of potential to actually be great, honestly, and it was definitely a show I really enjoyed from beginning to end. It's fortunate it's not a show that do a ring to get cancelled, but well, it is what it is. Now at number six we have Constantine. Okay, I think the show actually has a random web series now, but it's unfortunate the show really got canceled as a risk, because it was actually a pretty good show, honestly. And let me see, I don't know if I call it one of the best, and it's definitely probably one of my favorite shows in MC's done, honestly. I mean, I'm not Ryan playing Jack, I've seen most of the from the CW show, and he was great, honestly. The show was just a show that contained a lot of greatness, a lot of fun to it, and especially Matt Ryan's charismatic and amazing performance as the character. Yeah, I'm happy it has one now, but it's a show that overall really shouldn't have been canceled, honestly. It's definitely a show that shouldn't lost them one live action sets at least, and that's pretty unfortunate, but it is truly a fantastic show, and it's good Constantine's doing great in the Legends of Tomorrow show. Now at number seventh show I'm talking about is a show that you probably never heard of. It's actually an MTV show, and that's Finding Carter. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this show. And MTV shows are also very hit or miss as well. Because you get killers like Catfish, then you get questionable shows. But for me though, Finding Carter is, my opinion, honestly, one of the best that honestly out there. It's basically a show where this girl named Carter basically living a normal life, then found that the mom that she had wasn't really her actual mom. She was someone that was a friend there, and she ended up kidnapping them, and they thought that she was her mom. And now she's living with these two other people that are her actual parents, and it's basically them dealing with a lot of ups and downs of their lives, with Carter back in their lives, and when Carter is actually not a good person, and basically her adjusting to everything, and trying to find a new life, and trying to deal with her new family, and her lord trying to get Carter back in it anyway. It's very up there on that, and I think it's such a pretty compelling. I mean, sure, the 6th season gotta make Carter be a bit too unlikable, but the actress that played her, that was honestly pretty great, honestly. She was actually fantastic. I don't know if she's been around much lately, but she's one of the pretty talented actors, not gonna lie. Even some of the characters, like with Max, Taylor, Grant, I thought those kids were pretty interesting. I mean, even the parents have been pretty interesting as well. It had a pretty interesting mystery. It has a pretty interesting concept. I didn't think it uses very well, honestly. I got 6th season can struggle a little bit, and I don't remember why it got canceled, honestly, but this is a show that, honestly, I think if it had a couple more seasons, it could have been really compelling. It could have taken some pretty interesting deeper issues, and there's also this one much more involving someone getting shot that's easily one of the most emotional moments of seeing someone get shot I've seen in any TV show. So it's not the greatest show, but in terms of MTV standards, it's definitely one of the better ones. MTV doesn't have the best track record, and kind of a mess, but they don't have the best track record, but Carter is definitely one of the better ones. Definitely check out if you haven't. Now in number 8, this is a show that I just want at least one more season of, at least at this time of the night, Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. I think especially with how they left this show, that's just, yeah. But this is easily the best Scooby-Doo series ever. And I've always enjoyed the Scooby-Doo TV series, but Mystery Incorporated is truly a fantastic one, because they actually focus a lot more on the characters, they focus a lot more on the mysteries, and focus a lot more on these actually parents and real aspects. I think I'm actually do a video on this show at some point, but Mystery Incorporated is truly a fantastic show that for its 2 seasons it was a great. It's one show I wish I got at least 1 or 2 more seasons, especially how the season 2 ends. Man. Now at number 9, we have the Nickelodeon show Cat Scratch. This is easily Nickelodeon's most underrated show. Again, I'm not watching film, but it's oh yeah, I remember this show. I Again, like most of the learning shows, this is one show I used to binge a lot, and I always love it going on. I would even remember certain episodes of lines to this day, even before I started working on this show. And it's like, oh yeah, I remember this moment. I remember these characters. Like that's how much I liked this show. That's how much I enjoyed it. Honestly, hell, I probably say it's probably one of Nickelodeon's best shows. Honestly, after looking back on it. It's basically a show where three cats, Gordon, Waffle, Mr. Blink, basically, the owners died and they basically live in the mansion with money. They basically rich cats that are dealing with a lot of different shenanigans about being rich and a lot of stuff. But the characters are very unique and interesting. The animation is really fluid. A lot of the moments to get into. The characters are highly memorable, have distinct personalities, and a lot of situations to get through. And even a lot of the supporting cast as well are all amazing. Like, seriously, and unfortunately, it only lasted just like one season. This is a show to definitely check out if you haven't. Like, seriously. Unfortunately, Nickelodeon has also been hit or miss lately, but Catch is definitely a show to remember. Definitely to remember. But now, coming in, the last show I will be talking about here, the last show I'm discussing is Sonny with a Chance. A show that I did recently actually watch that's the end of airing on Disney Plus. And it's another channel show I used to watch a lot when it first did. I mean, most of the second season, most of the second season, really the first season. I got watched the season 1 episodes, but I haven't watched the whole. But season 2 is when I really got into the show. It's like, this actually great. Of course, it was a show that really brought Demi Lovato into the limelight that she is now. And also, Demi Lovato is definitely talented, and this basically shows the character as Tony, and she basically ends up being cast in the show so random, which is one of those show when show type of things. When occasionally they end up showing sketches and all that. And it's basically starting getting used to being with their friends with the cast members of Tawny, Nico, Grady, and Marshall, and Zora, and of course someone from previous shows, Chad, Dylan, Koopa. Chad, Dylan, Koopa. Popa? Yeah, this is the show I've watched the last 2 seasons. And the seasons honestly actually holds up a lot better than I remember actually. I don't consider actually one of the show's best shows, honestly. Like, no joke. Like, is it perfect? No, but it's really the characters that make the show so fun as it is. It's basically doesn't have a lot of trappings that you see in the show, like with too much mean spirit humor and bashing, which is something that always kind of plague these type of shows. Is they don't have too much mean spirit. I might like it on that at some point, but all the characters are great, lovable, and you can actually feel a lot of the bonds of friendships that they have, especially a lot of situations that happens in the season. And you can actually feel a lot of the stuff that happens with these characters and the bonds and the lot of funny situations that happen as well. And even the acting is actually a lot better than you expect from this show. For me, this is, my opinion, a great show, honestly. And it actually wasn't supposed to continue. It's one of the shows that actually was going to have a 3rd season. What is planned was actually going to have a new sending. Fortunately, Demi Lovato ended up much as I had Demi Lovato, which ended up kind of quitting, and then having the rebranding to basically the sketch aspect, and it ended up that only lasted 1 season. So, just watching. I was kind of curious to see what they're going to do in season 3. Honestly, I bet it probably could have been the best season of the show. Honestly, probably one of my favorite seasons for this show. Honestly, from what I looked up and what it was actually going to be, but. Yeah, who gets, but it's unfortunate the show only got 2 seasons. They really should have got at least 1 or 2 more seasons. That's pretty unfortunate. Now let's see what the Jenkins characters will get on. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed discussing the 10 shows that for me should have gotten at least 1 more seasons. All of the other shows that I didn't mention, I think should have gotten more than 1 season. Okay, I've not seen any shows out there, so I probably might miss some, but I would love to know what would be your picks on your favorite TV shows that you think should have gotten more than 1 season. I would love to know your picks down in the comments down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I truly honestly appreciate it. If you haven't, be sure to like this video, be sure to share and subscribe, be sure to follow all my social media sites, all the description down below. I'm One World from One Reviews. I will see you guys next time, and as always, stay cool, everybody. Peace.